Hello and welcome to the United Stand. I promised you a show tonight, so there will be a show. Sort of a vlog show, I suppose, because I normally do it in the studio. Christmas party with work, but I promised you a show and we will do daily content on the United Stand. I've taken on board a lot of what you have said. Just crossing the road. That would be a video and a half, wouldn't it, getting run over? But screw them. They don't realise they're on candid camera. I'm going to take on board a lot of what you lot said, who replied to me on Twitter and said, what do you want me to talk about? Because tomorrow we'll do the live West Brom preview, but there's quite a few topics to discuss tonight, to be honest. The first one I want to talk about is Mourinho. I think it's the title of the video, if I do not remember rightly. Mourinho is the best manager. I mean, I've been saying this for a long time. There's no manager I would rather have, especially when Ancelotti became unavailable at Christmas last year. There was a hint about Pep, but I just think Pep will get exposed because it was harder to not win the title with Barcelona and Bayern Munich than it was to win it, and the Premier League is harder. So Mourinho, for me, he's made mistakes. I will not excuse what he does with Fellaini. I think it's idiotic, and I think his obsession with Darmian, as much as I like Darmian, is a problem when you could play Fosu Mensah. But I would, and I think any Manchester United fan, in all honesty, last night around the 80-minute mark, we would have took Zlatan off and we would have put Rashford up front. There's nothing wrong with that. It may well have worked. We might have still won the game, but I certainly tweeted it, and I left that tweet up on purpose. I would have took Zlatan off. You know, 1 goal every other 2 games is brilliant, but when Manchester United are not scoring more than 1 goal in our last 9 games, I think we've done it once, then taking Zlatan off for a bit of pace for Rashford was a decision I would have made. Obviously Mourinho didn't make that decision and we won the game, and I just want to applaud him for that, because that is the sort of decision I want to see. It's the sort of decision, you know, Sir Alex didn't actually get it right all the time. Best sports manager there's ever been. And I will always implore you lot, and I'm going to talk about this in a few minutes, I will always implore you as fans to back what you believe in. You won't always be right, but back your opinion, and don't let ex-professional footballers or pundits or whatever they are tell you that your decision doesn't matter or your opinion doesn't matter. Back your opinion. You won't always be right. If you were always right, you'd be a millionaire, because you'd probably open up a betting account and bet on your opinion. Nobody's right all the time, but have belief in your opinion. So last night I would have took Zlatan off. Obviously Mourinho didn't. He kept him on. We won the game, and I applaud him. And that's what I want. I want Mourinho to be more right than I am. I don't want to be right. And everyone was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. After the tweet, they were saying, oh, you got that wrong. Like I was going to be like really upset about it. Do you think I want to be right? And Manchester United draw last night, which brings me on to my next point. Of course I don't. I'm ecstatic I was wrong that I would have subbed Zlatan and he was kept on the pitch and we won the game. I'm bloody ecstatic I was wrong about that. I wouldn't have even cared last night, as much as he's not a Man United player. If Fellaini had come on and scored, I would have been ecstatic. I wanted Man United to win last night, because it's all about momentum and a catalyst. Which brings me on to my next point. The timeline on Twitter especially, and if you're on Twitter, follow us at United Stand MUFC. I think Twitter's a great medium, but I also think it's a bit like a pile of shit with flies around it, because it attracts absolute keyboard warriors. And if you were watching the watch along last night, you will know what I'm about to talk about. Basically, Liverpool's game finished before ours did, and it was 1-1. And a lot of Liverpool fans came onto the watch along and basically gave us a load of rubbish, saying, oh, you know, haha, look at you drawing with Crystal Palace, because they'd won at Borough. Loads of it. And even Arsenal fans who'd lost the night before were all over it. And obviously we weren't very happy, and I was saying, block them, can't be doing with them, idiots. But a lot of them were also saying your goal was offside, which makes me think, well, if you're watching our goal being offside, are you watching your club play, or are you so obsessed with Manchester United and Pogba especially that you're spending most of your time watching Manchester United when your club is playing? I mean, who's the bigger plastic, or whatever you want to call them? But last night I put a tweet out when we'd won the game saying Zlatan silences the Scousers, to which Our timeline was absolutely bombarded with United weren't playing the Scousers, we don't support Palace, we're not bothered about a team that's in 6th when we're chasing first place, and we're bothered about Chelsea, la-di-da, total bullshit, crap, whatever. You were all over the United stand watch-along as Liverpool fans, saying, oh, ha ha, it's 1-1. You're absolutely all over us. And then, when we win, you're like, oh, we've got no interest in what you're doing. Which is absolute nonsense. It's total and utter nonsense. They are obsessed with what we're doing. Let's have no word of a doubt. And my big point with this is, well, there's a few points, but my big point is, don't make me laugh that you're not looking behind you at Manchester United and thinking, oh, we're only 7 points behind you and you're not worried. Oh, we're only interested in Chelsea, because you know what a title run's all about, don't you? It's only 26 years since you last won the title, but you're obsessed with Chelsea. We're not looking behind us, we're only looking at Chelsea, because you've been in a title run, you know what it's like to win a title. Absolute crap. You've got no idea what it is to win a title. You're obsessed with Manchester United, and I tell you what, I've put it on video, and I'm put it on a tweet, and I'm going to put it on this video now. Manchester United will finish above Liverpool this season, and they can have their little day in the sun about however many points they are ahead of us and what position we're in the league now, but no league title has ever been decided in December. No second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place, sixth place has ever been decided in December. Liverpool are a measly 7 points ahead of us, and over Christmas they've got to play Everton away and they've got to play Manchester City. We have got West Brom away on Saturday, which is our hardest hit game, and then we've got Middlesbrough and Sunderland. Then we've got West Ham, first game of the new year. Then we've got the FA Cup, and then we've got Liverpool at home in the league. By the middle of January, that 7 point gap won't be 7 points. If Manchester United do what they are capable of, and Man United are always capable of upsetting us, but if they do what they can do with the players they've got, then we will not be 7 points behind Liverpool even in the middle of January. We will be much, much closer. So let them have their little gloat, let them throw the big un, as I call it, at Manchester United, and it goes for Arsenal as well. You can talk about 7 being 7 points ahead. Spurs are 3 points ahead. City, I think they're, whatever points they are ahead. It's not going to be like that for long. City have got to play Arsenal on Sunday. We beat West Brom, we're closer again, and that's what it is. We're just chinking away, building a new team from a mess that Van Gaal left. So I'm very, very confident. A couple of other points you brought up. Somebody said, I hope you disappear in 2017, Mark Goldbridge. Well, that's not a very nice thing to say, but what I would say to that is, don't watch the United stand. It's very easy to make Mark Goldbridge, Kevin Ashford, Ross, the United stand, Paul, Alex, everybody else involved in the United stand, Mad Mark, Tyler, anybody else any of you lot who comment, you know, there's plenty of you who comment. It's very easy to make us all disappear. Very easy. Stop watching the United stand. Stop watching the United stand, that is the biggest and only independent Manchester United fan channel. Stop watching it. Don't watch it. Very simple. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Somebody asked about Darmian. I like Darmian. I'm not going to throw him out to dry like I would throw out Fellaini. But Sissoko, for me, who went to Spurs and played against us at the weekend, is the worst signing of the summer. Absolute trash. And when he came on against United at the weekend against Darmian, he looked like Messi. And on last night, as it was for me now, as I talk to you, against Crystal Palace, a few people wanted to blame Phil Jones for the goal. A few people wanted to blame Paul Pogba because he lost his man. Watch the goal again. It's not a bad goal from Crystal Palace for first. You'll always find some blame for a goal, but it's not a bad goal when you watch it back. But actually, if you watch the goal, the blame comes from Darmian. He doesn't clear a header, and also he lets his man come inside too easy, like a hooker on holiday. And that's the problem for me. I like Darmian, I wanted it to work out, but ultimately my frustration, and I think a lot of United fans are starting to have this problem now, is he's not using the youth. I don't mind him not using the youth if he's using better experienced players, but Fosu Mensah is a better right back than Darmian. Fosu Mensah is a better right back than Ashley Young. Fosu Mensah is ready. If you're not going to use him, put him out on loan. And to be honest, it annoys me what I'm about to say as well. Marcus Rashford is more than ready. Van Gaal played him by default. I know Van Gaal wants to take the credit for Rashford, but for all of those in the know, and there are plenty of us, especially the followers of the United Stand, when he made his debut, Martial got an injury just before the game, and he played Will Keane. He was playing Will Keane before that, sorry. Will Keane got an injury. He was going to play Will Keane basically before Rashford. He stumbled on Rashford. A lot of us knew Rashford was a very good youth talent. Will Keane's got no pace. Rashford's ready, and as far as I'm concerned, Rashford only had 5 minutes in the Euros and he was best England player. He's ready, he's proved it. He's a forward, he's not a left winger, he's not a right winger. Mourinho is playing lip service to our youth. He's not going to ruin that record that we've always had, which is a youth player as part of our matchday squad since the 1930s, and that obliterates any other club, and that will not be allowed. Manchester United, if West Brom on the weekend, if Mourinho decided I'm not going to have Rashford or Lingard on the bench, the club wouldn't allow us to lose that record. We will always keep it. But he's playing lip service to it in relation to what he's doing with our youth. He's not playing Fosu Mensah, who's ready. He's not putting Rashford up front. As harsh as it sounds, and it does sound harsh because I know he brings Rashford on a lot, Rashford's not a left winger. He's not a right winger, he's a forward. And if you're going to use Rashford, you've got to play him up front, but he doesn't want to sub Zlatan. And ultimately, last night he was right not to sub Zlatan, so it's weird. But part of me just thinks, we've got Rooney, who is actually sort of evolved into a squad player now, which I think is right for Rooney. Why don't we just chuck Rashford out on loan to a championship club with Fosu Mensah? Maybe not Rashford as much, but you know where I'm coming from. Fosu Mensah may as well go on loan in January to a championship club, or better still, a Premier League club, because he's ready. He's not getting on the bench for the likes of Ashley Young and Fellaini and Darmian. He's better than that. That's wrong. So I would 100% be thinking that we should utilise him and then put him on the bench, and I would be doing that. So yeah, that's another thing I would definitely be thinking about doing. But yeah, you know what? I'm absolutely ecstatic with what United are doing at the moment. I think I will, and I'm going over old ground slightly, I will take this run and enjoy it. And not because it's Christmas, and not because I'm going to watch Star Wars tomorrow, and not because I've been out on my Christmas do at work, but because it's a nice time of year where we can all reflect on it. And whether, it doesn't matter what you are, it doesn't matter whether you're Christian or whatever. The ultimate thing is that in the world you live in, the vast majority is, this is a time of year where we're coming towards the end of the year. Christmas can be about Christianity, it can be about family, it can be about friends, it can be about football. I just want to say that Christmas to me without football is a waste of time. I do not want, you know what a winter break serves? All a winter break serves is these players who are on 300 or 200 or 100 grand a week having a couple of weeks off at Christmas. Fuck you. I apologise for that language, I should have said screw you. I don't give a damn. You paid absolutely ridiculous amounts of money, funded by the fans. You can work over Christmas, you can give us some entertainment, that's what it's all about. I don't want you having a couple of weeks off because it might make England slightly better. Screw you. You know, England aren't rubbish because we don't have any winter break. England are rubbish because the FA has been an absolute defunct and badly run organisation for 50 years. Nothing to do with having a winter break. I look forward to Christmas every year, spending it with my family, looking forward to watching sport, whether it's football or darts, snooker, whatever. I look forward to that. I would hate this holiday season to not have football in it. So screw you. You get paid very well and it's funded by fans. I don't want a winter break. I never want it. I don't think most football fans would. So I don't want a winter break. But bringing it back to Manchester United, yeah, we've only won 2 games in a row, but I think We spoke about this before the Spurs game. If we could beat Spurs, who were 6 points ahead of us at the time, if we could beat Spurs, we could beat Palace, we could get a result against West Brom, and I believe we need to win. Then you've got Sunderland and Borough at home. Then you've got West Ham at the neutral ground. Then you've got Liverpool at home. If we can win all those games, we will be in the top 4 and we will be fighting for it again, having wasted 10 points that we really did deserve. We really did deserve those points. We didn't deserve them because we didn't get them, but you know what I mean. We threw them away. So to be given that opportunity again is absolutely massive. And we've got to take it. And we've beaten Spurs. Brilliant. But you've got to take it a step at a time. And I think these Liverpool fans and these Arsenal fans who are going, we're still 7 points ahead of you. Oh yeah, we're not bothered about teams in 6th. The fact that they're even wasting one character, let alone a whole tweet about it or a whole sentence, don't have any illusions. They're terrified. They're absolutely terrified because they know they're supporting 2 teams in Arsenal and Liverpool who are serial bottlers, and they bottle it whether they're going for the title or not every single year. And it's always better to be the team that's in form chasing than the team that's hanging on. And if Liverpool have got any illusions that they are going to finish comfortably above us, then they are disillusional. Really, they are. We've beaten Spurs, we've beaten Palace. I'm not concerned that last night Chelsea, Spurs, City and Liverpool won because Arsenal didn't. We made ground on them on that game week. At the weekend, Liverpool lost, Arsenal drew, Arsenal won obviously, City lost, Spurs lost, and we won. We made ground on them at the weekend. In the midweek fixtures, we made ground on Arsenal. This week, if we beat West Brom, we make ground on either City or Arsenal because they're playing each other. Liverpool have got Everton, there's a chance they might drop points there. All we've got to do at the moment is just keep winning and keep chipping away. The pressure's on us. We don't need to worry about anybody else. There's still a long time left in this league. And 2 weeks ago, even I was saying top 4's gone. We've been given a sniff. We ultimately cannot afford to drop any more points. And that's what it's all about. So we go to West Brom. It's a difficult game. Normally, the form they're in, unlucky to lose away to Chelsea. Won well last night, 3-1. We'd probably take a point. We can't afford a point anymore because the points that we've taken where we should have won at home to Stoke and Burnley and West Ham and Arsenal means we can't afford to draw to West Brom. But I'm very, very excited about it. And I think if we can grind out some sort of result like we did last night, people are like, oh, we were lucky, whatever. You're not lucky. Maybe we were unlucky that we didn't get a penalty. Maybe we were unlucky that Mata's goal was given offside. But ultimately, over 90 minutes, we won that game, 2-1. And I will take a 1-0 win off Fellaini's backside against West Brom time and time again on Saturday evening. Because if we win, we will make points on the teams above us. And that's what it's grinding about. West Brom's massive. Because if we don't beat Sunderland and Borough at home over Christmas, what's going wrong with us? But it's there to be done. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you like this sort of thing, I am out tomorrow night and I will do another one like this, or I can do it when I get back in. But drop a like if you like it. West Brom preview tomorrow night, and we will be live, of course, on Saturday. Watch along. Kickoffs at 5:30. We'll be live at 4:30 with the team news and all the way through to full time, and then we'll have a match reaction afterwards. The only bad side of doing it on my phone is I can't see what your live comments are. If you like this sort of content, drop us a like. Lighting shit, but that's England for you at Christmas. It's dark and you are subject to the lighting of the video, but the audio will be good. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed it. Thanks to everybody who replied on Twitter when I said I was going to do this, and you gave me things to talk about. But all I'm going to sign off with is the same old stuff that I always do, and it's not cliche, and I'll do it in some level of light, I hope. The United Stand's your channel. It's a fan channel. It's about you. It doesn't work without you. I can't walk around for 20 minutes and talk crap. Well, I probably can, but totally dictated by your tweets. Thanks for everybody who did tweet. And we'll be back tomorrow. And to be honest, I'm very optimistic. And you know, United stand's always going to be there. If United lose 10 games in a row, whatever, we'll still be there for you. But we've had 3 years of total and utter boredom and bad results, and we deserve better. And I really do believe in this manager. Don't understand what he's doing with Fellaini. I can't give you any explanation for that, and it's not just my opinion that matters, it's yours as well. And I don't think any of you can give me an explanation either. But I think Mourinho will get it right. And I think the West Brom game, we said it against Palace, we said it against Spurs, and I think we are in this phase at the moment where every game matters. Like, really does matter. It's the biggest game. But I think if we beat West Brom, we can relax a little bit, because we will beat Sunderland and Borough. I'm totally confident that at home we'll beat them. So it's massive on Saturday. And just stay with us. Tell your friends if you're a United fan about the United stand. Keep getting involved. Get commenting below. Give us your thoughts. We always read them. And thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. And I'm in the dark. But I'm never in the